Joining us now on Hoops 360 is Atlanta Dream and Athletes Unlimited guard Te-Hina Paopao. Te-Hina, thank you so much for joining the show, and thank you for your time today. You've wrapped up your first season in the WNBA. This time last year, you were playing at South Carolina. Now you're a vet in the league. How does it feel? What is maybe one thing that you learned from your rookie year in the W?
Man, probably the first thing I've learned was probably being an adult. And how much free time I have. I mean, when you're in college, you have school that takes up your time. You have meetings, you have a lot of things outside of basketball that take up your time. So I've been able to really navigate through my adult life and still learning what I want to do in my free time. And so that's probably what I learned outside of basketball, but basketball in general, I think I learned a lot about how physical the game is and just how fun it is to play in the league and um just being able to really have fun and just meet other people, meet other basketball players that are stars as well.
You had mentioned to me a couple months ago about the hobbies and free time. Have you been able to dive into them at all? Like, are piano lessons still a thing?
They're still a thing, but like you said, this is the off season, so I kind of low key been busy with my schedule with basketball and training and just being able to take care of my niece and nephew. So it's been taking up a lot of my time. So I haven't really been able to find a really nice hobby that I've been getting into.
What does the off-season schedule look like?
Oh man, I love it. It's a long time. I mean, I didn't expect off season to be this long. Obviously, I didn't go overseas, so I decided to come back home and train and just be with my family and have an official off season. Because when you're in college, we made it all the way to the national championship last year. I didn't get to have a break. So I probably took like a week off and then you're right into the draft, into the training camp, and then right into season. So it's been a really nice off season to relax and get my mind right for the upcoming season that I'll be playing in. So I mean, I personally love it. And I'm just looking forward to spending more time with my family and just being able to be here in San Diego.
Yeah, walk me through that because I've heard this from, like Paige Beckers, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, all players that played in national championships in college. Then, like, literally the next week, you are walking across the stage at the WNBA draft, and then are wearing a new uniform. You have new teammates. You're figuring out what life is like in the W, all in the span of like a month, maybe if you're lucky. It is such a quick and rapid turnaround. Take me back to that place for you. What was that like? And maybe how did you kind of get through some of those obstacles?
I mean, I told my teammates and my peoples around me that it was kind of like an NBA season, especially like playing the amount of games that we played. We made it all the way to the national championship. So that's about like 36 or 35, 36 games. And then you have the W season, which we, played all the way to the first round of playoffs. So that's another, 35, 40 games. So it was, I would say it was a little challenging in the middle of the season just because it was kind of like, oh, you're traveling, you're doing this, that, and the third. And it was really challenging in the middle. Beginning, it was fun because you're a rookie, you get to experience the league, you get to see what it's like, the ins and outs. And then once that middle of the season hits, it's like, oh my gosh, it's a drag. Like, when am I gonna get a break? And it's just like you just gotta keep pushing through. And, I also, asked for advice to my teammates, like Rye, Leash, Nas, Tori, because they've been through it before. So I was able to talk to them and they gave great advice. And is something that I was able to navigate through and something that I'll be able to navigate through next season as well.
What was the best advice that they gave you to try and get through that drag of the second half of the season?
You just gotta get through it. Honestly,
Just do it.
You just gotta do it, show up, and just, this is a job now. This is your job. You get paid to do this. So you gotta show up and just give it your all. And on those days where you don't feel like you can, you just gotta do it and just lean on your teammates even more. And they give great advice. So that's probably the one thing that I took from them.
Honestly, sometimes that's the best advice, the simple advice of just do it, just get through it, and then you'll be better off because of it. Atlanta went on such a fun and exciting season, and it's such a fun and exciting ride this year. Punch your ticket to the postseason. I am always told in any sport, postseason basketball, postseason football, postseason hockey, postseason whatever, is just ratcheted up that much more. The level of physicality, the level of toughness is just increased that much more in the postseason. What were some of your takeaways from your first run to the postseason that you'll kind of carry into into your second season in the W?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta shout out Coach Don in South Carolina. They did a really good job preparing me for those type of moments because every game at South Carolina or every night you're playing in a high level intensity atmosphere. So I was able to be prepared for the playoffs, be prepared for the fans, the atmosphere. And so, when you're playing in front of 16,000 at South Carolina, it's nothing at the playoffs. I mean, it was just like it was something that I felt like I was prepared for, something that I knew and that I was comfortable with, and that I just want to give my shout out to them because they really prepared me for the playoffs. And unfortunately, we did lose in the first round, but it was just gonna catapult us into the new season, this upcoming season.
Since you mentioned Dawn, how much do you stay in contact with her? And have you been watching a lot of South Carolina this season?
Oh yeah, I mean, I keep up with them because I played with some of them on the team as well, like Tessa, um, shout out my dad, Tessa, Chloe. I know she's getting better, but and Raven. So I've been able to keep up with them. I talk to Coach, every other week, just checking in and just seeing how everything's going. But I'm really proud of how their season's going so far, and I'm just really excited to see where they take themselves.
What's one of your favorite Dawn Staley stories?
Probably my first year there, when I first came to South Carolina, she did not like to do TikToks. Like she hated the fact that we would do TikToks before practice, before games, after games. And so she says she'll never do like TikToks with us, but like throughout the season, she started jumping into one of our TikToks, and then like she just like now she likes to do TikToks now. So I'd say that our team definitely did a good job trying to, get into TikToks, and now she does them all the time. So I'm kind of jealous that she does it with them.
Savvy social media queen.
I know you were kind of the leader. You were the leader of that team for the past 2 years you were on there. You were a little bit older than a lot of players. Are any of the players you just mentioned, Tessa, Chloe, while she rehabs, are they tapping into you at all and maybe asking you for advice now that you have professional experience on top of that collegiate experience?
I mean, Raven has hit me up a couple times. That was my point guard. She's done a really good job. She's done a really great job this year leading her team, and I'm super proud of her for that. But she hits me up once in a while asking me about what the league is like, what she can do to get better, and what she needs to add to her game, and just what it's like to play in the league. And I give her a couple tips, and she's just doing a really good job adding to her game and improving. And I'm really excited to see where she takes her game.
How much did you know about the W in your time in college?
Not much. I mean, I would watch a couple games, tune in because that was something I wanted to do. So I knew a little bit here and there, but as like the game grew, as like more people were speaking up about it and tuning in, that's when I really tuned in more and really wanted to see what it's about because that's what I wanted my future job to be, and that's what it is right now. So.
Yeah, I don't think you're alone. You are not the first player that we've talked to in any sport that has been like, yeah, no, I really had no idea like what this next step was going to look like. Looking back, do you wish that you had maybe more of an education or more knowledge of what was, I mean, the process is just what life is like as a professional athlete?
Um, I mean, I got a little taste of it when I was younger, when I would work out with Kelsey, and I had some cousins who plays in the pros, and so I had a little taste of it while I was younger. But like now, experiencing and living it, no, because I like to be excited. I like to be surprised about the process and just how the league has been navigating and just like learning new things. Like, our first road trip was to DC, and like in college, you had to ask your coach if like you could leave the hotel or like go eat with your family, this, that, and the third. And then they literally just you get off the bus and then you could literally do whatever you want. And so that was like kind of like a oh my gosh, like I'm really a pro type of moment. So I like those type of moments where you can like learn new things and like be excited about those type of things because it's something that you work towards. So it was a pretty exciting season.
You're going to play in Athletes Unlimited this winter. What did you know about that league while you were at South Carolina?
I knew Leash played in it. I knew she won it all. Nas also played in it as well. She gave me a few pointers about it. And that I like the idea that it's a 5-on-5 league. and that it's in Tennessee. I've never really been to Tennessee, so that's going to be an exciting new venture for me to explore. And you get to draft your own team, so you get a little bit of taste of like what the ranks do in like in the league, like the GM or like the manager, and all that stuff, and how the whole process works throughout the league. So I'm really excited to learn the the perspective of like a general manager. So I'm really excited about that, and just really meeting new people and getting to know their stories outside of basketball.
I used to live in Nashville, so if you need any recommendations, I got you. You're gonna love it. It's
I've
a
heard really
blast.
great things, so I'm really
It's
excited
so
to
fun.
learn about it.
Good food, nice people. It's gonna be hot, so just prepare yourself. You bring up kind of all these new things that you're learning and navigating in the W, and that's such a fun time in your life and in your career to be experiencing things for the first time. You're also experiencing growth and growing pains as well, but so much growth in the league with the W. How involved are you with keeping up with the WNBA CBA negotiations, and kind of what are your takeaways from that?
I'm not really that much involved, but I feel like I should be much more involved in the negotiations. But we have great leaders in our league, and I feel like they're doing a really great job navigating and helping us understand what's going on. And we have leaders on the dream as well, so they've been keeping us updated as well. And so um, I'm looking forward to being much more involved in those type of negotiations because, like you said, I want to learn new things, and I think that's one of the most important things to learn, especially coming up with the new season. So that's something that I want to dive into and look forward to learning more things about it.
As we kind of look back on this season, looking back on your rookie season, what's one of your favorite memories? Whether on the court, off the court, traveling, like you said, like what's one specific story that really sticks out to you as a highlight for your rookie season?
Um, it was probably like, our preseason games. Like I said, we was in DC, and I felt, I had a really good, preseason game at DC. And, there was just one picture where it was me, Rye, Leash, and Taylor Theory, the other rookie, who was just, like, in this one picture just smiling and having a good time because that that moment really, meant a lot to me because it was, like, our first, rookie game. And to be able to go out there and, like, play how I did, it was a, important moment for me because of how hard I worked to get to the moment that I was there for. And so I think that moment really, stuck with me, and it was a highlight of my season because, you're a rookie, you have vets who really support you and have fun with you. So I feel like in that moment, that was like really one of the moments that will forever stick with me because of how much fun that game was and how much they supported me, and just how important your vets are to have on your squad.
You've mentioned Alicia a few times and that she won AU previously. Did you receive any advice from her heading into this AU season or any tips and tricks? I think one of the most interesting parts about these off-season domestic leagues is how different they are from the W. And AU is very much, it's 5-on-5, but it's a different way to win.
I mean, not necessarily, but I am looking forward to hitting her up and asking for a few pointers, to help me, get some more money. And just being able to, draft the right people, draft like I said, draft the right people and just have a really good time, but at the same time, grow my game and work on my game. And just looking forward to showcase people what I've been working on this off season.
Because it crowns an individual champion, and you've alluded to having to draft your own team if you're at the top of the leaderboard, does that impact your mentality going into the AU season at all? Because it is about team wins, you get points for that, but you're trying to win the entire thing. Are you focusing differently?
I mean, it's a little bit of both worlds. I want to have, really good teammates to be with, but also at the same time try to get, that money because, money's good. But at the same time, it's just really wanting to grow my game and work on things that I worked on in the off season that could help me in the W. So it's really just improving, growing, and getting money.
Good for get it,
Getting
girlfriend.
money is good.
Get your bag. I'm right here. I'll be rooting for you. Right here with you. What would you say is your biggest goal as you enter into Athletes Unlimited and enter into year 2 with the W? What are some of your biggest goals?
AU, getting that money. But honestly, just being able to meet people. I mean, relationships are so important to me, and getting to know their stories outside of basketball and just getting to know them as a person, not as a basketball player. And, relationships will take you a long way. And that's something that it took me a while to learn, but now it's a really big thing that I consider important to me, is getting to know people and how they navigate through life and how their story is or how their upbringing was. So I'm really excited about that. And for the upcoming season, W season, just being able to do better than I did last year, just growing my game and knowing that the off season did work in my favor, and that I'm just looking to improve my game and add more things to my game than fans and the people saw the year previously.
Well, I was just gonna a quick follow up. You mentioned that you maybe didn't always realize how important relationships were. Was there an experience that clicked that for you?
Probably when I started college. um, just being able to have those people in your lives, and just knowing that if you pour into people, they will pour back into you, and it will come back to you tenfold. And obviously, you're not going to always use people, but you should always check in on them and just be able to, because they're a part of your life. They helped you navigate where you are today, and you just got to make sure that you keep those relationships solid and that you check in on them and love on them, because the world is a scary place. And I just really consider relationships to be very important, and I'm just really happy to have those people in my life, and getting to know more people and getting to meet new people and just be able to, be a friend to them.
Yeah, especially when someone's going through the grind of a season, being under a microscope like you all are. Sure, it's nice to have those teammates that are there for you no matter what. For some AU fans that are awaiting to watch your debut in the league, or maybe some brand new W fans who are just starting to tune in to the league in this upcoming season, some people that might be new to you, what is something that you want them to know about you as a player or person?
I like to know that I like to have fun, but once the game starts, it's all business, and that they should tune in to AU and tune into the W, because it's really fun basketball. It's really fun ball to watch, and the game is growing, and I'm just excited for them to not only watch me but watch others as well, and that's what they're gonna get, someone who likes to have fun but also takes it seriously as well.
It's so fun.
Yeah,
Life is we take ourselves way too
life is too
seriously.
serious. Yeah.
Life is too safe. Just have fun with it. Sports are fun. Just a reminder to everybody. Te-Hina Paopao, you can watch her in Athletes Unlimited. You can also catch her with the Atlanta Dream in her second season in the WNBA coming up this summer. Te-Hina, thank you so, so much for your time today. Appreciate you. We'll be rooting for you.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. That was fun.